Hey guys, it's me, George Harold 1. Today, we are going to be watching a movie called Dracula, the Original Living Vampire. Now, I believe that this is a movie by The Asylum, which is the same company that made Sharknado, and they make a lot of other, mockbuster type movies, and this one was made to capitalize on Morbius, because the poster is pretty similar to the Morbius poster, and the subtitle is pretty similar to the Morbius's title of Morbius the Living Vampire. So this is Dracula, the Original Living Vampire, which in a way is correct. I mean, it's Dracula. The Asylum presents Jake Herbert, Christine Prouty, India Davies, Ryan... That is an unfortunate last name. Michael Ironside. I think that guy's name is on the post. I'm not even gonna pronounce that one. Oh, there's a lady. Is it a lady? Or is it just a person with long hair? I think it's a lady. Wait, what year does this take place? Is that dyed hair? I thought this was like a period piece from like Dracula times. Is that Dracula? Is she like flirting with Dracula? Oh. Oh, I see. I didn't expect this. What is this movie rated? I thought it was going to be like a PG-13 movie, but I guess not. How long are we into the... We're not even 3 minutes into the movie. Who are these characters? This is less time into the movie than The Room. There's been no dialogue. I feel a little uncomfortable right now, I'll be honest. It's the moon! Moon! They were screaming.
The body was found early this morning.
Oh no.
If I had to guess, she was probably killed only a few hours before that. As of the moment, no witnesses.
I mean, how weird would it be if there were witnesses?
We might be dealing with a...
Spit it out, Van Helsing. Trepidation doesn't...
Oh, that's Van Helsing.
mass murderer.
Wait. The Van Helsing character, she paused, she was like, I'm afraid this is a... And I thought she was going to say a vampire, but she said a mass murderer, or whatever she said. I don't remember.
The appetite.
What could even do this? A Morbius. Oh, that was a weird cut. It, faded out, and then it cut to...
Renfield seems to think that the relatively recent nature of this one's passing might help us answer questions.
I know a little bit about, Dracula lore. I know the character Renfield or Redfield or something is a character that exists. I assumed that was, Dracula's assistant. I could be mistaken. I could be totally mistaken, but, you know.
I want to see if Harker can turn anything up.
Oh, I know it.
He's a brilliant chemist, Jack.
You know who else is a brilliant chemist? Morbius. Ooh, there's a... What was that animal in the back? It's Morbius! No.
I didn't expect you so soon.
What is that animal in the back? It's between two pillars. I've never seen that. I understand, wanting to mount a deer head on your wall if you're, a hunter or whatever. But that is between two pillars.
So, you're telling me there was no blood anywhere else in the room?
Seems impossible, right?
Yeah.
That vial is what Seward managed to extract from the body.
Ooh. Dracula didn't get all of it.
Bigger challenges, bigger stakes.
Bigger stakes.
That's one way to put
You
it.
need a big stake because he's
You think you realize
Dracula and he's a vampire.
I believe I can.
He's the original living
In fact,
vampire, in
I've sent a
fact.
text
He's here.
Who?
Yes.
It's Morbius!
This is my girlfriend, Amelia Van Helsing.
Okay, so
Described him as I was getting our drinks.
they're very open about being gay in whatever time period this is. Because if this is the 1800s, everyone would be homophobic and they'd be more hesitant to admit that so casually. I feel like. Nosferatu. Oh, Nosferatu. That's a vampire. I thought it said Nosferatu.
Mina didn't tell me she had such a charming partner.
So Dracula's
Amelia,
based.
Please. And of
He's
the two
not
of us, Amelia's
homophobic in the
charming one.
1800s. He
Far
might
too many
kill people, but
grumble
at
at
least
my
he's not a
presence to
homophobe.
otherwise. I don't know about you, but this seems like the perfect excuse for another toast.
Another toast. Me at breakfast. I want another toast.
Could that be it?
I think I found something.
With the blood.
Potentially. And if I'm right, it's something awful.
Let's talk outside.
Uh-oh. Dracula's getting suspicious.
But if you recall, I explicitly asked you to stick to science on this one. No fairy stories.
I know.
So there are vampires in this
So many of
universe.
the unknown.
I mean, there are vampires, but, like, they know about the concept of vampires. It's not like no one's ever heard of vampires.
Fits our pattern. Red hair, trauma to the neck, cause of death, massive blood loss. But the difference here is that this body's been here for 2, maybe 3 days.
So Dracula only goes after people with artificially dyed red hair.
For someone to be able to do that, they'd have to be
Capable of the impossible.
impossible is an illusion that's created when you...
Why does Van Helsing not believe in vampires? I hate it. This actor looks familiar. Is this Adrian Brody?
There's a strong chance the perpetrator is in fact a vampire.
Oh, how clever.
I get you're trying to be helpful, Jonathan, but what you're suggesting is not supported.
How
by
long are we
reality.
into the movie?
I
We're
would
20
buy
minutes
that
in.
the
Van
film
Helsing
thinks
does
they're
not believe in
vampire.
vampires
But
yet.
as for the real... It's late. I should go check in on Mina as I made an unceremonious exit from dinner with her guest.
The chaos of everything I
Her guest, Dracula. What? You mean the vampire? Like the Dracula story exists in this universe and
He's looking for prop. No more dead women on my watch. Got it?
there's no dead women on my watch either. I mean, I sure hope not. Maybe there's like some bacterial women that I don't know about. Uh-oh. Oh, she's asleep. But is she asleep? Or is she deceased? Uh-oh! It's Morbius! What is that? Is that a gun? I assume it's a gun, but it looks weird. I don't know a lot about guns. That looks like a screwdriver. Not a screwdriver. What's it called? A drill. That's the word I was looking for.
Who would do this?
Morbius. It's him.
Him?
It's Dracula.
The Count said the papers mentioned me by name.
The Count. It's the constables.
Credit where credit's due. He knew to move fast and stick to the shadows.
Much like a
If I didn't know any
vampire.
better, I would have thought he was familiar with the house.
Is that possible?
Not likely. Besides Jonathan Harker and a few women from the social club, we don't really have guests. Though there was Dracula.
There was Dracula, the vampire.
Kind of glad he's here. It provides
We
a
haven't seen a
distraction
whole
from
lot of Dracula yet. I wish he was the main character. I wish he was the main character like how Morbius is the main character of Morbius. I hope that they make a Morbius 2 and they make Dracula the villain. Because they could do that, right? Because Dracula's a public domain character, and I'm sure there's like a Marvel version of him. They could just make Dracula a villain in Morbius. I mean... I kind of hope they make like a... I wasn't paying attention. His eyes were yellow. And is he a vampire? Uh-oh.
Jonathan, are you here to see
I
Amelia?
haven't seen Amelia for a day, but I heard about what happened last night, and I just wanted to stop by and check.
It's Dracula!
Jonathan Harker, this is Count Dracula.
Adrian Brody,
Wait,
this
how
is
do you work-
Morbius. Candles. I don't know what else to say. Candles. Is Dracula gonna kill Adrian Brody?
I much prefer an evening sitting with one of the classics.
Ooh.
I can appreciate that.
What's the classic? Is it
Definitely get the need for more-
Nosferatu?
Does that study not contradict the steadfast rules of your profession?
Not really.
Does Dracula not believe in vampires? I'm confused.
Sometimes.
Shall we depart?
Yes, that'd be great.
Shall we depart? Uh-oh! Uh-oh! He had no reflection! He's a Morbius!
He didn't have a reflection, Amelia. And that doesn't concern you.
Yeah, wait, what? Why doesn't it? Why?
Because I...
How long are we into the movie? Van Helsing doesn't believe in vampires. We're 39 minutes into the movie. The phone's ringing.
Hello?
Amelia. It's Jack.
Speak the devil.
No, speak of that.
That was so dumb. I loved it. Wait, is that the other vampire guy?
What's going on?
Why am I loving this?
Animals and stuff, and I thought, well, there are only certain animals that have the anticoagulant.
Uh-oh! 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 No! So I guess Renfield is like an assistant to Dracula in this universe.
A lot of these women aren't victims. Yet. This isn't paperwork after the fact. It's a hit list.
Uh-oh!
Hurry after him.
Amelia.
Okay,
But we
so
should call
Dracula
someone into
controls the police. He's Dracula, he controls the police.
Redfield!
There's her drill again. Wait, what was that? She just went into a room and then immediately came back out of it.
Because the truth of what's really out there is too terrible for us to comprehend.
You're sick.
No, Van Helsing. For the first time in my life,
I'm healthy.
I'm finally aware.
That was close. No, I
What
wasn't.
happened to
Never
you?
mind. Okay,
You told me to catch the killer at any cost,
I think he's dead. I don't think this is gonna...
and I did.
He seems pretty deceased right now. Okay, so she thinks that he was the killer. Adrian Brody's just gonna sit down and read Nosferatu, I guess. I guess I was wrong. There's no vampires in this book. Who's that? I can't tell. Oh, her hair's getting red. Is that a thing? Do people's hair turn red before they get killed by Dracula? And there's Jack. Jack Skellington. He's gonna be a Skellington pretty soon, I would guess.
I hoped I'd find you here.
I hoped I would find you in the
guess.
hospital of her
Oh, really?
dying
You're still
friend.
the better- I think it's more than that.
What are you talking
I think
I don't know that Redfield
Nosferatu
was
did
acting
it.
entirely of his own accord. You see, there's this thing called the familiar, where a vampire entranced.
Jonathan, I asked you. I
We're
begged
more
you
than
to
halfway
go
through the
there.
movie. Van Helsing does not believe in
Do you
vampires yet.
understand?
Those were awful CGI bats. I think those were CGI. I have this in a pretty small window on my computer. Uh-oh! Is Morbius... Uh-oh. It's the Vine boom sound effect.
I just
Wait,
don't
so did
understand.
Dracula just
If
kidnap
Renfield's
her?
Dead, that means that you might be right.
'Cause he's
In the
just
fact that he
killed
could
people
be
so
providing
far.
information to-
This is
that
weird
means
because
that you
we
couldn't
know
find
who the
that
killer
secret. He was
is.
actually here for me now.
And it's just like, we're watching the main characters figure out the mystery that we already know the answer to.
Oh, it's not the worst thing that's happened to me this season.
Is this like Gustavo from Big Time Rush? Is that is that who this actor is?
They secrete the anticoagulant so that they can...
Is she gonna finally realize that vampires are real?
And what breed of bat was that?
Oh, don't be so smug. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
It was a vampire.
Vampire.
She believes them now.
Okay. But there's no such thing as a human-sized vampire.
She doesn't believe vampires yet. That's so frustrating. Everything in this case points to it being a vampire. Morbius had the opposite problem, where when they noticed that people were being killed by Morbius, who just invented vampires, by the way,
Well,
one of the detectives was like, well, it must have been a vampire. I thought that was a YouTube play button hanging on the wall.
Okay, to be honest, vampires as an answer is the exact opposite of
I
obvious.
hate that she still doesn't believe in vampires. We're almost an hour into this movie. She doesn't believe in vampires yet. He's reading Dracula.
the family name is Dracula.
Oh no! Dracula! I was joking about the Dracula book existing in this universe. Dracula is in the Nosferatu book? I didn't know that! I was joking!
We have to wait until the morning. Dracula.
Can't call him back.
Oh, there's two pillars. Is there going to be a deer
We're
head
here
between the
based on
pillars?
circumstance. Be ready when we get in Dracula's room.
Amelia,
Is that Renfield?
you're here.
There's a lot of vampires! Imagine if at the end of this movie she still doesn't believe in vampires.
You should never have come here.
I thought he was like force choking her.
I want to do it again.
That was an insane effect.
Hey, Captain!
Uh-oh. Is this guy gonna die? Is Jack gonna die?
is somebody
Is
there?
Gustavo from Big Time Rush gonna die? Is it Dracula? Is it Morbius? Yeah!
Yes.
I want to
that's
play this movie as a video
It's a shame
game
we
on
should
my
meet under
Nintendo
these
DS Lite.
circumstances. As
I
I've
don't
been
have a
told,
DS
you're
Lite,
actually
but I
quite
want
a
to play it on a
brilliant man.
DS Lite.
And I don't like loose ends.
That was a weird shot.
Are you okay?
Was he bit? Is Adrian Brody bit?
I...
Is Van Helsing bit? This movie is
Where's
so
Nina?
stupid. I love
What
it
did
so
you do with
much.
her?
Miss Murray is no longer your concern. I appreciate you looked after her all these years.
Oh no, did she die?
I'm sorry for your loss. For killing all those women.
I'm sorry for
Doesn't
you,
make you
your
sympathetic.
loss, you mass murderer. You
It makes you a
vampire, you
monster.
Morbius.
Then explain me.
Oh no, Van Helsing!
I've searched for you across the years. Now that I have found you, why would I put that in jeopardy?
So is this just someone who looked like his old fiance?
We have to find her before he does whatever he intends to do with her.
Oh, they're getting gear. They got stakes, they got crosses. They got a belt. They got guns. Maybe silver bullets in the guns, I don't know.
There should be a staircase off the main chamber that leads.
It's Morbius.
Do you?
See them?
Well, he has minions. He's Gru.
You too, Miss Van Helsing. And I grow
Oh, he looks
tired of your
cool. He looks like
Where's
Palpatine.
Nina?
She was yours.
He looks like the original
Now she's
Palpatine.
mine.
Didn't Dracula bite her? Didn't she? Wouldn't that make her a vampire? Is that how vampires work?
Nina? Nina?
Is she dead? R.I.P.
God.
I would urge that you learn from your
All
mistakes. If it weren't your last.
Uh-oh. Are they gonna die? Is Dracula gonna win?
You are my wife.
This is incel behavior that Dracula's putting off right now. Kill Dracula! Oh! I didn't even know it was daytime. That was convenient. So they're just all alive. Except Jack, I guess. R.I.P. Alright. At the end of the movie? Nope.
But if I know Jonathan Harker, he'll bounce back.
If I know Adrian Brody, he'll bounce back. Uh-oh. Well, if she's a vampire, she shouldn't have a reflection. You shouldn't have a reflection if you're... Oh, there she go. Bye-bye. That was dumb. Okay, well now they'll live forever, so it's fine. Alright, well that's the end of the movie. Alright. Honestly, I kind of liked that. It was pretty dumb, but it was, like, in a fun way. Like, I think talking about it while I was watching it helped me enjoy it a little more. So, yeah. Bye-bye.